I'm going to guide us through a quick tapping sequence to help with letting go. And don't worry if you haven't tapped before, you can just copy what I'm doing. You'll still get really great results. So, what I'd like you to do first is just focus in on a time in your life when you had trouble letting go of something. It could be a good thing or a bad thing that you had trouble letting go of. And just notice in your body how you feel about the fact that you had trouble letting go. So you might feel kind of like a big weight on your shoulders and maybe hopelessness about that, or it might feel more like the opposite, kind of like pressure outwards and upwards sort of movement and like a fiery kind of feeling like frustration or anger. So just check in and see what's there for you and notice about how strong it is too. And then we'll start tapping on the side of the hand. So even though I can't let go of things, I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Even though I have a really hard time letting go of things, I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Even though I have trouble letting go of things and always have and probably always will, I'm open to loving and accepting myself just as I am anyways. All right, so tap on the top of the head. I have trouble letting go of things. Tap on the eyebrow. I have so much trouble letting go of things. Tap on the side of the eye. I just have a really hard time letting go of things. And tap under the eye. And other people seem to have a real problem with that. Just notice if that sounds true to you. Tap under the nose. It could be that others have criticized you or made fun of you for the fact that it's been hard for you to let go of things. And tap under the lips. Or it might be that your interactions with others around this have been more like, well, why can't you let go? It's so easy. And so you feel kind of like frustrated or defective or like something's wrong with you. Just kind of see what's there for you in terms of how others see this and your interactions with them. And tap on the collarbone. You know, others don't seem okay with the fact that I can't let go, and I'm not really okay with it either. Just check in and see if that one sounds true. Tap under the arm. It might be that you've kind of agreed with what others said or identified with them, which is very normal. So just check in and see if maybe you're criticizing yourself too for not being able to let go, or maybe frustrated with yourself even. There could be all kinds of things there. And tap on the top of the head. I just can't let go of anything, and other people have a problem with it, and so do I. Just seems like I can't win. It's hopeless. And tap on the eyebrow. But I wonder if I could try something a little bit different. Tap on the side of the eye. Just for maybe like 5 seconds, even. Could I maybe just accept myself and the fact that I have trouble letting go of things? Let's try playing a little game. Tap under the eye. So I wonder if there's any ways that it's been useful for me to not let go of things. Just check in and kind of see if anything comes up for you as to how it's been helpful for you to have trouble letting go of things. Tap under the nose. Maybe it's kept you in touch with things that make you feel really good, like people you love, or foods that you enjoy eating, or places that you like to visit. Could be any of those things. Tap under the lips. Or maybe it's also kept you safe in some way or protected you. Tap on the collarbone. An example that I think of is that, you know, if you burn your hand on a toaster and then you don't let go of that pain associated with it, maybe it's been serving you in some way to help keep you safe from doing the same thing again. So you're kind of holding on to that experience because you learned from it and it's kept you safe. Tap underneath the arm. It can also be really helpful for performance issues too, like remembering what you need to remember to be able to do well at school or at your job or just exist in life in general. Or perhaps taking feedback that people have given you and really applying it to different situations. You know, you need to be able to kind of hold on to that in some way and remember that in order to do so. So it might have been useful in that way too. All right, and tap on the top of the head. So yeah, I'm like no good at letting things go. Tap on the eyebrow and just notice how that feels now when you say that. Tap on the side of the eye. Notice if there are any emotions that come up for you, like maybe you still are feeling some frustration or anger or hopelessness about that statement. So just see what's there for you. And tap under the eye. I'm not very good at letting things go. Tap under the nose. I probably never will be good at letting things go. Tap under the lips and just see if that statement feels true for you too. Maybe it doesn't feel safe to be able to let things go. Tap on the collarbone. Oftentimes, a lot of the things that we really need to hold on to the most are things that keep us safe or help us meet our basic needs. And tap under the arm. I'm not very good at letting things go. And never have been, and probably never will be. Tap on the top of the head. I'd like to be interested, though, in whether it's possible for me to let go of things that are useful to let go of and still remember and hold on to things that are more beneficial to hold on to. Tap on the eyebrow. Like maybe holding on to good feelings that I've had from past situations and letting go of bad feelings or hurt that I've had. And tap on the side of the eye, and maybe being able to just remember the information the same. So, still remembering that a toaster's dangerous, even if I don't hold on to that pain and hurt feelings. And tap under the eye. Sounds great in theory, but I'm pretty sure it's impossible. Tap under the nose. And I wouldn't know how to exist that way anyways. Tap under the lips. Or maybe it's possible and beneficial and I can get used to that. It'd be pretty nice anyways. Tap on the collarbone. And whether it's possible or not, tap under the arm. Either way, I'd like to be okay and just accept myself as I am right now. Alright, just take a deep breath. And just check in again. Go back to that initial situation where you had something that you had trouble letting go of and the way it felt to have trouble letting go of that. And just see if that's shifted at all. I bet it has. Chances are it feels a lot better and okay even that you had trouble letting go of it. Or maybe still are having trouble letting go of it. And if not, you might notice another sensation or emotion coming up, like that it's shifted in some way and maybe you've got something new to address with that. Another thing that can be really useful if you're like me and have a lot of trouble letting go of things is to use a specific tapping protocol to help address reversals or resistances. So these are the reasons why we want to hang on to something, and oftentimes it has to do with safety in some way or another. So that it's safe to let go of something and that it's okay. And I think of this protocol as sort of like if you're going to vacuum a floor and it's full of toys that are going to really interfere with the vacuuming, then maybe you go and pick up the toys first and then you vacuum. So you use this particular tapping technique to address your reversals or resistances. And it's sort of like picking up those toys, and then you do your regular tapping after that, and it's like you're doing your vacuuming. So then it's a lot easier and more fun to do when you're not running into toys all over the place. So I've got a video that guides you through that using specific points and some different ways to identify resistances that you have. And that can be really, really helpful to use. You might even use it before this video. That might really help with being able to let go of things a lot easier.